What is up? What's going on, guys? Trizzle here, tuning in, bringing you guys another great 3-star tutorial. Today, we are going to be going over Town Hall 8 GoHo. Yes, that's right, guys. I know it's been a long time coming. I know I have a lot of Town Hall 8 subscribers, and you guys really want that content. So here I am, delivering as I promised. One of the things that I would like to point out fairly early are the tips for success for this particular army. You gotta make sure that you upgrade those hogs, guys. If you're gonna be going against max Town Hall 8s in war, you have to make sure that you upgrade your hogs to level 5. That is a must. Secondly, you always want to make sure that you're holding back cleanup troops for the end of the attack. Just like balloons, sometimes the attack can go in a way where the hogs get clumped up. You don't have much of an army left, and unless you have that 1 or 2 wizards to sprinkle and aid in that cleanup, you'll have a lot of close but no cigar raids, and that will make you upset. So make sure you save those cleanup troops. Third and finally is to make sure that when you're doing your scouting and your preliminary breakdown of the base, it's okay to sprinkle a hog to clear out a giant bomb. So if you see an obvious opening on the base where if you were to drop a giant hog that it would take out that giant bomb, it is worthwhile for the sacrifice, guys. So those are some quick tips for success. Next, I'm going to get into the actual army composition. One thing I do want to point out, the army composition that you see on the screen is slightly different from what I'm going to advise you guys to use, just for the simple fact that my wall breakers haven't been upgraded yet. They are upgrading as we speak. Normally what you're going to want to use would be 2 barbarians, 3 archers, 3 wall breakers, 11 wizards, 23 hogs, 1 golem, and a clan castle Pekka. Now, I will get into the clan castle later on. I know that some of you guys have looked at many different variations of this attack, and there are different styles that you can actually utilize to make this successful. The style that I'm showing you guys now is actually a style that I grew up with, just for the simple fact that back when I was really being a Town Hall 8 on my other accounts, we didn't have bowlers, we didn't have some of the cool additions like the extra dark spell, so you had to get good at the basics. You had to learn how to lure, you had to do an old school CC kill. So with that being said, I was really able to make the most of having the golem, the CC Pekka, and the king as more or less the 3 tanks in the raid, and then just using the hogs to clean up. Alright, so with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the raid objectives. Starting with number 1, make sure that you pause and assess the base for the correct side to attack. You always, if possible, you want to attack into the barbarian king. You want to attack into the open giant bomb spots, as well as the bomb tower. So those are very much high priority, guys, when you're focusing on which side of the base you're going to deploy your kill squad. Second objective, pull and lure the clan castle and pull it over to the side that you're attacking into. Very crucial, guys. I know it's a very basic step, however some people still forget it, and you can't forget to lure the clan castle, especially at a high level, guys. If you're not remembering to lure the clan castle, you will fail, especially in war where a dragon's gonna pop out and completely roast your hogs. Alright, so make sure you pull and lure the clan castle to the attack side. And if you're, I would say, advanced at CC kills, you can use the couple barbs and the archers, couple wizards, and kind of dispatch of them very easily. If you're not that good at using minimal troops to kill the clan castle troops, then it's very simple. Just go ahead and drop your golem, followed by 2 or 3 wizards behind it. The dragon is going to go towards the golem, and then your wizards will follow up behind, drop the poison on the dragon, and then there you go. Alright, so step number 3, use the golem on one side as well as the king on the other side. So that's how you're going to establish your tanks. You're going to notice as I play the replays for the video of the attacks, you'll see that the golem gets placed on one side, the king on the other, and they are the tanks for the kill squad, followed by a line of wizards, making sure that you sprinkle them nice and evenly. You want to attack the entire side of the base, and you also want to make sure that you save at least 2, if not 3 wizards for the cleanup at the end, guys. Very, very important step. I know it's easy to get wizard happy and just start dropping them like a madman, but it's okay to drop 1 wizard per structure and make sure you save at least 2 cleanup wizards for the end. Step number 4, your Pekka needs to come down in the middle of the king and the golem, and make sure you deploy your poison spell as needed. Now, depending on where the lore took place, if by the time it goes over to your kill squad, you may end up dropping that poison spell earlier. However, just be aware that if it was a base where you cannot lure, you can go in heavy with your kill squad, use that double poison to take out the dragon. Just make sure you have at least a few wizards funneled in correctly, following up the golem as well as your Pekka and king. The 5th objective is to wall breaker in. Make sure that after you've deployed your line of wizards and your Pekka, you want to make sure that there's no wall breaker fail traps. What I mean by that is keep an eye on the mortar, keep an eye on the wizard tower, take a look at what's going on with splash damage. If you see a Tesla, make sure the Tesla is tanked before dropping those wall breakers in, and then that's going to minimize your wall breaker fails, which makes a big difference, guys, because if you cannot get your golem and Pekka into that first layer of the base, it just makes it a lot harder for your hogs. So very, very important you deploy those wall breakers, being careful not to end up in a wall breaker fail, and start watching where the army and how it progresses, because as it breaks into the first layer of the base, that's going to bring us to raid objective number 6, which is deploying your hogs in a horizontal line. Guys, you have to make sure that when you approach how you deploy your hogs, that you're not clumping them up in one spot. They need to be spread in a horizontal line, and make sure it's nice and wide and it's a good even sprinkle, so that way your hogs aren't going to be clumped up in just one spot. That leads me to raid objective number 7, which is heal your hogs as needed, making sure that you pay extra attention to 1, giant bomb openings, 2, wizard towers, 3, the bomb tower. The bomb tower is an automatic giant bomb, so you almost have to heal through it, especially if it's next to a wizard tower or next to any potential giant bomb openings, which can actually take out your hogs. So you always want to heal through that. The 8th raid objective is going to be your spare poison, guys. If you are able to save your second poison spell as you go through your army, you will need to make sure that you drop it on any skeletons that are chasing your hogs. I know a lot of people kind of take that for granted, but if you have a pack of skeletons that are chasing your hogs the entire raid, by the end of it, you can actually not have enough hogs for cleanup. Alright, so if you see that a pack of skeletons are chasing your hogs, you want to get that second poison spell down to take them out. The 9th and final raid objective, guys, is to practice. The sooner that you can memorize these raid objectives, the better you will be at the game. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a quick diagram that shows you the overall flow, take a step back and just see what you're trying to do overall when you look at the base. That way you can break it down and have a general idea of what's taking place, so when you put all the individual parts together, it makes sense. So always, obviously, when you look at the diagram, you're going to see that determining the best side is going to be based on using attacking the king. You're going to see a lot of open bomb spots on that side where the king is, so it kind of kills two birds with one stone. We're able to take out a wizard tower, so very good spot for the kill squad to come in. And then from there, your hogs are always going to come in adjacent to your kill squad. So once you've done your CC lure, once you've deployed your kill squad and they're working their way into the first layer of the base, that's when you want to bring in the hogs, and they want to come in alongside that kill squad, a nice wide line. I know if you've been playing this game long enough, you might heard the term referred to as Asian wall release, which is the first time I heard of it, probably about 3.5-4 years ago. But what that means, guys, is just a horizontal line, a nice wide spread with the hogs, and then from there you want to plan out your healing, because the hogs are essentially going to work, if you plan it correctly, more or less in a semicircle, because the kill squad is going to more or less take out that nice little chunk of the base, about 2/5 of it, leaving the other 3/5 for the hogs as they work their way around in an arc. And like I said, you're going to heal over the bomb tower, wizard tower, any potential giant bomb openings, and then if you didn't really have anything left to use the heal on, you could just use it for good measure. Alright, so that's pretty much it with the raid objectives, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get into some replays. That way you guys can see the attacks in action, and you can see just how strong GoHo is, because I can tell you guys, it is a boss attack. Alright, so here we go. There wasn't anything in the CC. I did pull it at the very beginning of the raid. And then from there, guys, again, you're just going to get your golem down, king on the other side, followed by your line of wizards. Make sure if there's corner huts that you deploy your wizards on those corner huts at the start, so that way they're taken out. I ended up getting sniped, believe it or not, with my my wall breakers, so the Pekka had to break through, which isn't a big deal. Luckily the Pekka is strong enough to take it out. So once that's done, I'm able to bring in my hogs coming in from the bottom left hand side, and then as you can see, because of how this guy structured his one giant bomb on the outside, it led right into the bomb tower. Perfect spot for the first heal. You'll notice that I did drop those poisons to take care of the skeletons that were chasing around the hog pack. And then finally, that last heal spell I probably didn't even need, but I went ahead and used it for good measure, just to be a boss. So as you guys can see, by the end of the attack, there's pretty much nothing left on the base. Don't forget to sprinkle your cleanup wizard. As your hogs process the defenses on that particular side of the base, you can go ahead and drop your wizard, so that way you're kind of processing the trash while your hogs are working through the rest of the base. So again, very strong attack, guys. The sooner that you guys can get your hogs to level 4, the sooner you can get your king up to level 10, the sooner you can get to a point where you can start working on this attack. I see too many people that are trying to use hogs, and they're level 2 hogs, level 3 hogs, and there's nothing wrong with practice, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, when we're talking about attacking as strong as possible base, if you don't have the adequate or appropriate tools, you're only going to be shooting yourself in the foot. So go ahead and get the CC lure. As you can see, it's a must do for all raids. Use the archer to get a pull. I was really actually more concerned about the skellies, but as you guys know, those max giants are very high HP, and they can actually be a little bit of a pain if you're not careful. So from there, I did have to waste the double poison. Luckily, I had a group of wizards that kind of clumped up and just went to work on those giants. Wasn't very much before the entire pack was gone. Because of the good funnel, I am able to get my Pekka and golem going in. And then there you have the Hogs coming in adjacent to the kill squad in a nice horizontal line, making sure that you heal near the wizard towers as well as the giant bomb openings. Because these are bases that I haven't had a previous attack, I don't have 23 hours to scout it. A lot of that goes based on instinct, and that's one thing that I can't teach you guys enough, is the fact that a lot of the nuances that you get with the particular army come from repetitive attacks. It comes from shots on goal. It comes from taking 10,000 foul shots to be able to develop that muscle memory to know, okay, if I deploy it this way instead of that way, the effect that it's going to have. So I can't preach it enough, guys. I believe so strongly in push farming because more than anything else, it allows you to be an efficient attacker, and it allows you to kill two birds with one stone. You can use GoHo to push farm. It would mostly be if you're needing some elixir, but at the same time, it's still a good army because if you can master, this particular army at Town Hall 8, when you go to Town Hall 9, you'll actually have the advantage, because most people that learn Town Hall 8 Hogs, they learn it like a Town Hall 8. So they'll actually go in with mass Hogs. They'll go in with 32 Hogs or 35 Hogs, and literally just surround the entire base with enough Hogs that it eventually overwhelms the base, which for the game meta and the way that higher town halls are structured, you can't do that. At a Town Hall 9 level, you can't just drop 40 hounds around the base, Hogs, and expect them to overwhelm the base. There's just too much DPS. You have to hit those raid objectives, which is why practicing the Pekka, the King, the Golem, followed with your line of wizards, that action right there is going to allow you to prepare for later on in the game, where you will be doing hybrid attacks, things like Shattered, Laloon, Shattered GoHo, because those openings are actually the same for both attacks. So if you master one, you've already killed two birds with one stone because you've already mastered it for the other. Alright, so very, very strong attack, guys. Don't forget those raid objectives. Make sure you assess the base, look for the correct side to attack. Make sure you pull and lure the CC, pull it to the attack side. Make sure you use the golem on one side, the king on the other for your tank, followed by the line of wizards with the Pekka in the middle. Deploy your poison as needed. Be careful with your wall breaker in. Watch as the army works its way into the first layer of the base, and then after that, that's when you bring in your Hogs. Bring them in a horizontal line adjacent to the kill squad, nice and wide. Make sure you heal your Hogs as needed. Pay special attention to the bomb tower, wizard towers, and the giant bomb openings, and make sure that you use your spare poison on the skeletons. And again, don't forget to save the couple wizards for cleanup. Alright, so once all that's done, guys, you're gonna rinse, wash, repeat, probably a few hundred times, because the best Hog attackers, the best Laloon attackers, they practice, they put in the work. If you're not putting in the work and practicing, you can't get better. Alright, so more than anything else, I really appreciate you guys watching. As you guys know, we are getting into the August 2017 gift card contest, so make sure that you are participating. Definitely appreciate you guys hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell, and commenting. So again, appreciate you guys watching. Trizzle tuning out.